Let's go.
Dr. Rosie Milligan, one of the most sought-after speakers on the circuit today. Her live internet talk show, Express Yourself, is the most provocative, thought-provoking, and talked-about radio show on the internet. There's no holds barred, and Dr. Milligan puts the B in bold. She brings it every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rosie has been proclaimed the most provocative female writer of the century. Her books include Satisfying the Black Man and Black Woman Sexually Made Simple, Why Black Men Choose White Women, and the book Nigga Please. These books have raised eyebrows across the country. She has authored 21 books and published 350 titles for authors nationwide. Check Dr. Rosie out at drrosie.com for her books, articles, and archives of her internet talk show. Sit at the feet of wisdom. Dr. Milligan is indeed a timekeeper and scorekeeper. She is the clock, calendar, and almanac for Black America. You need to hear her.
Of the morning in sunny LA. You're listening to the Express Yourself Hour. I am your host, Dr. Rosie Milligan, coming to you live as always with nothing but straight talk. Yes, straight talk, folks. That's how we do it around here. My co-hosts are the wonderful. I have two co-hosts, Mr. Keith Swanson. He's been referred to as the AI man. He really does exist. He's pumping it up now. AI is gone buck wild. Good morning, Keith Swanson.
Good morning, Dr. Rosie. You better get me while I'm cheap, okay?
I know. AI is going through the roof.
Going through the roof.
Mm-hmm. Better have a little stock. I'm just saying. They're here to stay.
It's gonna inherit the earth, so.
I think they did some movies about that. They always making movies about what is to come. So it's just so amazing. I can just imagine 20 years from now what this AI, what the world is going to look like. It's kind of scary, you know. I don't know. Sometimes we think things is the worst thing that can happen. It might be the best thing. I don't know. We'll just see.
They don't know either, so they're guessing.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Okay, just running wild. My other co-host is Shawannah Bordenave. I don't know if she's on today. Keith, is she on today?
I haven't seen her yet, so she's got to probably wrap up some business, you know.
Right,
she's probably sale.
She's out making sales. That's interesting. In fact, I did a Zoom talk show Sunday, and the topic was that Black folks need to buy a house, buy some property by any means necessary. And I mean that by any means necessary, because a lot of people saying, well, the interest rate is high, so is rent, so is gas, so is food, you know. Okay,
I tell a young person, if you want to buy a house, the best way to buy a house in 2024 is to join the military. Do your 3 years, have them get you a house, and if you want to get out, get out. But that's the quickest, easiest way to actually get a house.
I'd rather not have a house. My son can rent, versus I ain't. No.
Hey, sometimes you got to, I know. It's a devil's bargain, but that is. I've talked to CPAs and real estate people and bankers and stuff like that. And I said, in this day and age, with the price of housing, and unless you got a whole lot of money, by the time you even think about saving up your 20%, okay, you could have done your 3 years in the military, gotten out, have them get your house, be put in a house. So that's this day and age, if you're a regular person, unless if you Dr. Rosie, that's different.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, that's right. Because I don't believe in that. Well, you guys get ready. We have a great show for you coming up today. We are going to take a close-up look at the crucial role of Black fathers. It's more important than ever for Black Americans to celebrate Black fatherhood. Why? Because the media tends to focus on negative stereotypes, neglecting good fathers' positive impact and achievement in our communities. So we must shine, not to white folks. I'll say this again. We must shine the light on the strength, love, and dedication of Black fathers who are making a difference in their families and beyond, who are making a difference in their families and in the community. We have to ring that bell. We have to tone that bell. We can't wait for anybody else to do it. So it's so appropriate today to have as my guest Miss Denise Estelle. Mrs. Estelle is the founder and CEO of Estelle for Humanity. She has a 501c organization and the founder of the annual Honor Thy Father event, which has always been incredible. And I've seen these men who, I mean, how their shoulders are perked up, and I've just seen what it does for them to see someone celebrate them, their family, their children, the community. So, folks, it's past time, not just time. It is past time for us to celebrate the role of Black fatherhood. So my guest this morning, I believe I have two guests. I think she's joining with someone that worked with our organization. I'll let her introduce him. But let me introduce to you and just bring to you guys Miss Denise Estelle. Denise, how are you today? I know you're not feeling well, but this is such an important day coming up for you, Honor Thy Father, that we want to get the information out there, because I believe it's still time for someone, if they want to honor their father on that day, I believe they may still have time to get that information into you. Is that correct?
Yes, Dr. Rosie, absolutely correct. And first of all, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, very good. Thank you. It is a privilege and honor to be on your show. We all love you, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity to actually speak today. I've been battling with this laryngitis for almost a week, and in the middle of last night, I honestly didn't think that I could be on the show. It was just not working for me, so I reached out to Andre Parvenu, Commissioner Andre Parvenu, who is dear to my heart, and he works with us on the Honor Thy Father Awards. I asked him to be on the show as a guest with me, so that he can share his vision for Honor Thy Father and what he's experienced with Honor Thy Father. And if I do happen to cough or do something, Andre can just jump right in. So Andre Parvenu is a wonderful person, and as I mentioned, he is also the commissioner for the state of California.
All right, Andre, where are thou?
Well, I'm right here listening to all of these wonderful statements here, both about me, and I want to say amen and ashe to what you said, Dr. Rosie, about honoring our men. And Denise has been on the forefront of this movement for the past 22 years. I've had the pleasure of working with Denise for those 22 years. And this was an inspiration from God. This was a divine idea held in the mind of Denise Estelle. And she has worked consistently, sometimes with low funds, sometimes with no funds, to make this happen, because she's been dedicated and determined to make sure that we in our community recognize the heroes, the fathers, the mentors, the uncles, the grandparents, the grandfathers, the baby daddies, the nephews, the gardener around the corner, the hardworking Black men, the janitors, the role models in our community that are showing the good example, so that we can change the narrative of what and the definition of who and what a Black man is today. We want to take the negativity. We want to eliminate the negative and accentuate the positive. And Denise has been doing that for so many years. And we're just asking people, and thank you, Dr. Rosie. You know, you're dear to my heart. Every time I see you, I just light up, because I know you're about action. You're about making things happen. And I appreciate and I resonate with you on so many levels. It was so good seeing you at the
Black Writers on Tour. Yes. That's
right, Black Writers on Tour, and all of the other wonderful things that you do as mayor of our official mayor of South Central Los Angeles. You're always on top of all these issues.
Thank you so much. I am definitely self-appointed mayor, and I think everybody kind of recognizes it now. I bet I get as many calls as they do down at City Hall, okay? And I probably know more about do more about those calls than they do, because it's hard to reach the right people in City Hall. But
That's
when
so
they can't
true.
reach me, they show up at 1425. Okay.
That's right. That's right. I've been known to come around your door more than one time myself, and I worked at City Hall. It's a city planner. But yeah, so I'm a planner and a state commissioner, a founding California state redistricting commissioner that determined the legislative boundaries, the Senate, Assembly, and all congressional, all the rest. But it's not about me this morning. It's about me using my time, my talents, my skills to promote Honor Thy Father, and let everyone out there that's listening. Denise needs support. She's humble. I'm here to support her, and she probably wouldn't say this just herself because she's very modest. But we do need support right now from sponsors, from the events coming up on June the 16th. That's right around the corner. Time seems to be going so fast these days. But we need your listeners to know that if you want to support Denise in this effort, if you see the value in honoring Black men, this is a solution-oriented effort, and it's our effort. The saying says, if you want to go far, you travel together. The African proverb, I don't know exactly how it goes, but we do need to support the sponsors. Right now, she's doing it on her own, going in depth sometimes. I shouldn't tell your business, Denise, but that's the truth, and I'm going to tell it like it is. And sometimes to make this happen. So I don't want to take up too much more time because it's Denise's show. I just want to know and give a passionate plea to your listeners to join in if you want to see us change the paradigm, change the narrative, help Denise out.
Absolutely. So I'm so glad you said that, because when you have a passion, when you have a calling on your life to do something, people say sometimes, well, why don't you stop? Why you keep doing it? Because I know my journey with Black Writers on Tour, which is a nonprofit organization, also how we have to just sometimes use our credit card, pay for this. People have no idea the struggle. Because people tend to want to honor those people who are already out there. They want to honor the Magic Johnson. They want to honor the people who the white folks have I'm just going to say it, who have anointed and appointed. So they all want to gather around. And one thing about it, if somebody white come out and really push what Denise is doing, all these Negroes going to be, and Denise, they'll be following. It's a shame that we have to be validated by other people. But I see that changing, Andre. I really do. Because this year for Black Writers on Tour, I had a African-American Black man, Dr. Relevant, who undergirded my conference with $15,000, unprecedented for a Black person. He said, I heard the call. He said to me, he said, you have said that Black folks cannot hold an event without white folks' dollars, like the NAACP, the Urban League, all of these things. He said, I want to see that narrative change, and I know what you've been doing for the community, so I got you. So I just wanted to say there are going to be more people, if they understand what time it is, to step up to make sure these program goes on, because it's so worth it, so worthwhile. If you see the look on these men's faces that Denise honored, it's just life-changing for them and for their families. So we need to really get behind that. It doesn't matter how small your donation is, it all helps. So everybody that's listening, she'll tell you where you can send a donation, but you really need to be a part of making this continue, not only while Denise is here, even when she's long gone. We need to be honoring Black fatherhood and Black men in our community. So, Denise, let's talk about your event and, why you started and what you expect this year.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rosie. Okay, so number one, we not only honor fathers, we honor mentors. We honor uncles. We also honor men that are incarcerated because many Black fathers are incarcerated. And so we give families the opportunity to honor them. And also, if your dad is no longer alive, you can honor your dad posthumously. So I want to let everyone know that there's various ways to honor your dad, and falling into those different categories by participating in Honor Thy Father, rather than looking at your dad as not being here, or looking at your dad as incarcerated. You can celebrate Father's Day at the Honor Thy Father Awards dinner. And this year it is a sit-down awards dinner. For the last couple of years, we've had Honor Thy Father at Lamert Park, which has been okay, but that was really not what we set out to do. So we're back to where we want to be, which is inside, sitting down where families are sitting down and having and breaking bread together. And needless to say, Black men are underrepresented in mainstream narratives. And so we challenge those stereotypes and promote positive images of Black men at the Honor Thy Father Awards dinner. And so it's an opportunity to, oh my God, it's just such an amazing event. Number one, you're sitting at the table with your family. And then number two, you're breaking bread together, and you're celebrating fathers. And Honor Thy Father is not just about celebrating fathers, but it's about celebrating families. You see children walking around and sometimes just running around, and the freedom of just being surrounded with families. And so I want to say this, and there's a lot of things I want to say. But number one, as Dr. Rosie mentioned a few minutes ago, it's not too late to honor your father, your husband, or mentor. And the thing about Honor Thy Father is we are literally rolling out the red carpet for your father or your mentor. We know that we make a big deal out of Mother's Day. We believe let's make a big deal out of Father's Day. So the honoree, the father, gets a framed certificate. He gets a gift bag valued at over $125. He'll be in the Los Angeles Sentinel newspaper. And it's just an amazing, amazing opportunity for you to stand up and say, I am honoring my father, and rolling out the red carpet for him, because that's what we do. And Dr. Rosie and listening audience, it leaves an indelible imprint on the honorees. And that's what we want. We want everyone that participates in the Honor Thy Father Awards to feel the celebration of family. And this is God's work. And I am so thankful, so very thankful that God gave me this assignment. Because every year when we honor fathers, as Dr. Rosie says, you see the back, they straighten up their back and they're walking, with integrity and confidence. And that's what we need. We need to show gratitude to these men that are making a difference in our lives. And you know what? We live in a world where we're missing gratitude. And gratitude is a healing component. And when I say we're missing gratitude, on a daily basis as you're navigating throughout your day, you might say thank you to the cashier, and the cashier might say no problem or no worries. There's no you welcome. We're missing gratitude. So for us to show appreciation to the fathers and the men that are making a difference in our lives, it really does help the man. It's healing. It has a healing component. I'll share this story with you. The last time we had the Honor Thy Father Awards, it was at the Doubletree. It's at the same place, but back then it was called the Doubletree. And this one dad was honored by his wife and 3 sons. One son was 12, one was 14, and one was 18. And they were just not the best. They were rebellious. They weren't listening. They weren't coming in on time. For the younger sons, they weren't doing their homework. And the dad was just really insecure in terms of being a father. So his wife wanted to honor him. And so one of the signature components to honor thy father is words from the heart. And so words from the heart is an opportunity for family and friends to talk about what the honoree means to them, unbeknownst to the honoree. And he doesn't find out until he's being acknowledged at the Honor Thy Father Awards. And so in the words from the heart, to this particular father, his sons told their dad that they loved him, that they appreciate him, that they know they haven't been right, but they know that their dad is giving them the right guidance, and they want to do right, and they will do right. And from this moment forth, Dad, we are going to follow your instructions. And so later that evening, the father, I think he ran to the restroom or something, and I just happened to be out in the foyer. And the father came up to me, and listening audience, I wish I could have captured this. He looked at me eyeball to eyeball, and he said, "Is this real? Is this real?" And I said, yes, it is, Mr. Rory. It is real. And
wow.
So, yes.
Wow.
Yes. And so I just, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, hold it short because we got a lot of callers. People want to talk to you, but we're going to come back to that thought because that was just touching. What you said. I know I've experienced seeing how they are. So we're going to go ahead and take some calls. You guys, go ahead, give us your name. Tell us where you're calling from.
Hey, my name is Kevin Smart, calling from Torrance, California. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thank you. My friend suggested this show, so just listening this morning. Question to Denise. I'm listening to her talk, and she sounds so passionate, and just it's really remarkable hearing somebody just so interested in empowering the Black community and Black males. My question to Denise is, what was it that inspired her to create an event like this? Was there an event that happened in her life to kind of catapult her to do something like this? I'm just really, really curious. It's really nice to hear, just somebody to support somebody like this in our community. So, if I can just get Denise's an influence for an event like this, if you don't mind, if you have some time.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Okay, so I came from a single-parent household. It was me, my mom, and my baby sister. And my sister and I have different fathers. And I couldn't articulate it at the time, but her father would pick her up every other weekend. And I could see the love that she had for her dad and the love that her dad had for her. And whenever he would bring her back home, she would have new clothes and new toys. And so I would see that, and I couldn't articulate it, but a part of me felt like I was being chiseled, like I wasn't valued, because I didn't have a father picking me up and calling me his baby girl and buying me clothes and toys. And this went on year after year. And then one day, there was a man that came to our house in a uniform, and he wanted to speak to my mother. And he spoke to my mother for about 5 minutes. He came inside our home and spoke to her, and then he left. And when he left, my mother said, "Denise, that was your dad." That's the only memory I have of my father. He didn't even look at me. He just walked in the house, spoke to my mother, and he left. And then maybe about a month later, my mother, I guess she must have spoke to my sister's father. So one particular Friday when my sister's father, Charles, picked her up, my mom came in the room, and I was sitting on the floor playing with my Barbie doll. And my mom said, "Denise, do you want to go with Brenda and Charles this weekend. She never asked me that. And I looked at her and I said, yes, I want to go. And so my mother put my clothes in a paper bag, and I went with my sister and my sister's father. And I met her family, on her paternal family, and they were just such beautiful, gracious people. And they treated me like I was a part of the family. And so subsequently what happened was the following weekend, when he came to pick up my sister again, he picked me up. And when he bought her clothes, he bought me clothes. When he bought her toys, he bought me toys. Little did I know that very first time when my mother walked in and asked me if I wanted to go with Brenda and Charles, little did I know that that would be the day that her father became my father. So I got a chance to see what a real father is. And as I got older, listening audience, I'd see fathers on the street with their children. I just want to hug them and say, thank you. Thank you for being there for your children. But of course, you can't run up to fathers on the street and thank them for being good fathers and hugging them and all that stuff. So that was the birth of Honor Thy Father. It gave me the opportunity to honor 5 and 10 and 15 and sometimes even 20 men at one time, and just letting them know that we love them and appreciate them.
Denise,
so yes.
That is so awesome. You're about to make me mess up my makeup, and I got somewhere to go when the show is open. Okay. It is so touching. And you know, sometimes we go through things in life, and I'm sure we ask God, why me? I think if you look back now and you say, why me? I think you can understand the why me. Because you were chosen. Because of your experience, look what birthed out of that. The people that you have helped, the men that you have brought joy to. So for those who listen, I'm saying, whatever you're going through, don't look at the why me. Why? What is it for? What is this all about? And you can see the greater cause for Denise. And I've seen her struggle with getting this thing done, trying to get people to donate. So everybody out there listening, if this story does not touch your heart, when you see all these children out here without fathers, wishing that somebody would stop by, take them to a ball game, take them to the park. Folks, we got work to do. It's more than just about our children. It got to be about all the children. Wow. Let's take another call.
Kevin Smart's still on the line. Just I listened to what Denise had to say. That's really, really powerful stuff. If I do want to donate, where can I donate? And how would I go about doing that, Denise?
Yes, you can. We have a website, honorthyfatherawards.com. And
okay.
on the website, there's information where you can donate via Zelle to Estelle for Humanity, which is our organization name, Estelle for Humanity, okay. And the email address is estelleforhumanity@gmail.com. And you can we can accept your donation via Zelle. And thank you.
And if all that's failed, Denise, give that telephone number out in case somebody may not be spelling it right and can't get to the website. Let's remove any reason that people who want to give can give. What is your phone number in case they miss it?
310-507-1999. And I'll repeat, 310-507-1999.
And I want to say to those who want to help, not only with you helping, since you've heard this story and you understand the significance of what Denise is doing, call your friends. Call your friends and ask them if they will help her. Because, it's time out for people who in the struggle, who doing good work, having to put up their own credit cards, having to buy stuff to support everybody. Folks, that's really what goes down. So you're not going to find a lot of major sponsors who are trying to sponsor to help promote Black men. Do they think they're worthy, or do they want to do it? We must do it. We have enough money to do it. So she should not struggle any longer. Everybody on this line need to make a donation and ask your friends if they will donate. Let's make this the biggest and the best event that Denise has ever had. Let's make this year. Let's make it happen. Thank you, caller. Okay, we have a. Go ahead. Caller, go ahead.
Hello.
Give us your name.
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is William Denson. I have an organization called The Father Forever. I would definitely like to meet with Denise and connect with her one day, and we could collaborate, partner on some things. We've been a Father Forever. We've been in business for 21 years now. Just recently, the Friday before Mother's Day, we went downtown and purchased 75 dozen roses for senior mothers over 60. So, and the joy, some cried, some hugged, because I just bought me some flowers, because no one buys me flowers. I said, well, ma'am, now you have 2 dozen. So they're overrun with joy. And just this past weekend, we went to a Black-owned farm in Paris, California. It took about 8 to 10 children from South Central Los Angeles to the farm along, with our people as well. And they were riding horses. They were feeding cows, feeding the goats. He saw the chicken. There was over 100 chickens. So there was eggs there. And we was out there for about 5 hours, and they just experienced the joy of first getting out of South Central. They'd never been to a farm before, so one of the things, and it's coming June the 14th, a Friday before Father's Day, at St. Andrews Park in Los Angeles. We're having this young man who's putting on, it's called a one-man play. And in a Father Forever, we have what we call our diamond vision, that we want our fathers to understand the value of these four points in this order. It's a spiritual wellness, mental wellness, physical wellness, and financial wellness. We feel that if you don't have to be at the top of all these four, but they have to be a major part of your life and your lifestyle. And then we end up by telling fathers, look, the biggest gift you can give your child is your time.
Wow.
Dr. Rosie, my website is fatherforever.org. My phone number 323-618-1900. And I've been on the website of I'm Thy Father, and I will be connecting with you soon. I think her name was Denise.
Yeah.
I just want to share with you, Rosie.
Well, we thank you. I know a Father Forever, Mr. Denson, you do a lot of great work. In fact, I was one of the recipients of those roses, and I've had people come into my office. When you gonna get rid of them? They dead, or I said, but they still here. I mean, I get the best out of my roses. I'm telling you, everybody trying to get me to throw them out. I'm still looking at them roses. They're gonna be here for another week. They're my roses, okay? But I thank you so much. You and Denise definitely need to connect. What we need to do, like community groups, we really this year we're gonna have to, bond together and everybody undergird each other's program, because that way we can tell all our people about it. Because who has the money to pay for all this high cost of radio advertising? But we can do a great job with using our social media, not just to promote your events, to promote this event too. So you guys really need to hook up, because I'm really proud of what you're doing too. A Father Forever, not just for a day. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
Do we have another caller? They popped up, Denise.
Can you
Go
hear
ahead.
me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Tony DC. How's everybody doing?
Wonderful.
I'm normally a volunteer for Honor Thy Father, and this year one of my boys is a new father, so I will be with him, and I won't be able to volunteer this year. So I'm just asking you guys contact her to see if you can volunteer. Somebody take my spot, because I'm normally there to do whatever she needs to be done in the background. So I'm going to miss it this year, but it is one of my favorite programs that I look forward to all year. I get to go around the neighborhood, around the community, and offer a business card to young men that I see with their sons or their daughters. And to see their faces when they read that card makes me proud. It used to make me just feel good because I didn't have a card. I used to just look at them and say something to them. But now I get to hand them the business card, and they read it, and it says that the community's watching you, and that we see you, and that we are glad that you are giving that time to your children, because they are our progeny. They are who are going to take our places later, and we have to give them that time so they know today that our children, our men, are important to us, regardless of how they're viewed in the world. In honesty, our households should all be in love with that man, because without him, us mothers wouldn't become mothers. So, it's just too much. So I'm so proud of my friend Denise for coming up with this. She inspired me to do more.
Well, what you said is really important about volunteering. That's one thing. We don't have enough people in our community who are willing to give up that time. They're trying to do that in the schools now. They have a program where they allow the students to go to different businesses or different events and to give service. We need to learn how to serve. So those of you out there, you've heard the call. We'll put it out there. You want to come and volunteer. Give Denise a call. And I say volunteer, that means work. I'm not talking about coming and sitting down, plopping down, eating, okay? I'm just putting it out there. I'm talking about doing it, be on your post, just like you're getting paid. You understand what volunteer is? It means just like you're on your job, but you do not expect to get paid for a call. Thank you so much. Denise, I need you to give the address and the time and where this event is going to take place, how much the tickets are, because there may be somebody out there who cannot go or have something else they're doing, but you pay for somebody else to go. That's what I do for events. They had the Malcolm X Festival this weekend, and I had other engagement. I couldn't go. But I told the promoter, I will buy a ticket, give it to somebody you want. Folks, we got to support, okay?
Yes. Okay, so thank you for that, Dr. Rosie. So the event is taking place on Sunday, June the 16th, at the Hilton Los Angeles Culver City, and the address is 6161 West Centinela Avenue. The red carpet starts at 2, and the dinner program starts at 3. And our Master and Mistress of Ceremonies is Jerry Foster and Pearl Jr. And I'd like to take the opportunity to say this. My team, the Master and Mistress of Ceremonies, Dennis Flowers, our singer, and our percussionist, Chaz, we're like a family. And every year when we produce Honor Thy Father, it's like a reunion for us. And we come together and celebrate the fathers. And also in reference to Tony Deasy, she was talking about a card that she hands out. And I want to just expound a moment on this particular card. I came up with this card, I came up with this card last year, but I just developed it about 6 months ago. And it's a card that I give to fathers. So if I see a father on the street with his family, with his children, just walking or playing or frolicking, I'll give him a card. And the card, it's a business card size. And it says, it's a black card, and it says, you inspire us. We, our community, see you. Black, father, brother, man, we salute you. You are a man of integrity. You are respected. You show strength. You are royal. You are kind and giving. You are self-aware. You are exemplary. You are resilient. You are powerful. And then on the back of the card, I have, as you move throughout the day, know that you radiate hope for our children and our children's children for a brighter tomorrow. And then I have our organization's name on it and our phone number. So I just give the card to them. I don't go into dialogue. I'm just a friendly gesture just to let them know that they're being acknowledged and they're being seen for being great fathers. And it's like cheering them on. It's just really, really awesome.
Denise, I love it. I love it. You need to bring me some of those cards to give out here. Okay.
Okay. We'll
do you have them for sale? In fact, you should package them and have them for sale because these are cards that any of us can buy and give to the men that we see in our community. So we need to talk about that. I mean, I would buy a box. I would buy more than one box.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Rosie. Thank you. And so just expounding on fathers, for little girls, fathers represent what to look for in a husband. For little boys, fathers represent confidence and integrity. And fathers fortify us. When we walk out the door and we walk into the world, when we have both of our parents, it just really fortifies us because we know who we are. We know who we are. And it just really empowers us to have both parents in the household. And so I just wanted to say that quickly before we get to our next question, if there's another one.
Denise, I think that's so important because too many of our young girls don't have anyone to measure a man by because they do not have a father in their life. But because they do not have a father in their life, it's important for mothers to look for a mentor, to share that yin and yang, because it means so much when your father really embrace you. That's why I'm so bad, y'all. I'm telling you, that's why I'm the way I am, because my father instilled in me. I was reared by my father, and I've talked to women who are reared by the father, and they have the similar makeup as I do. My father made me feel like I could walk through a brick wall, and everything he said, I believed it, And he would tell me when I would leave to go to school. My daddy used to do my hair, and if you would see the picture, you would want to arrest him. My hair sticking up. But he told me I was cute. He said, "You look good." And I didn't care what anybody said when I got to that school. I didn't care what they said. If my daddy said I was beautiful, that's what I was. So, folks, it is so important to be nurtured by that male. So that's why I was so in tears when Denise was talking, because I know what it means to be held by your father, the yin and the yang. Then you don't go all out of your way to be hugged by someone who don't love you, don't care, because you have experienced what real male love is. So we'll take the next caller, because I could just go on and on with that. I understand fatherhood so well. Okay. Do we have another call? If so, just jump right in. Denise, you didn't tell us what it costs for the tickets. Somebody might just want to donate tickets.
Oh, okay. I do have a couple of people that have sponsored families. So each adult ticket is $100. A child's ticket is $65. And needless to say, after the pandemic, the prices have just risen.
Yeah, they have.
And just risen, just totally way over the top. So
yeah, because food is so high. Yeah, food is so high.
Yeah,
and plus wages have increased. The more they're paying people to serve it. So I understand. I mean, people pay that. I've seen them go in the nail shop and pay that.
They have.
Oh, right,
think they're looking cute and looking curious, okay? I'm just saying, don't y'all be writing me no hate mail up in here. I'm just saying, okay? Do we have another caller? Go ahead. And Denise, is the guy from it, what's his name, from Atlanta who deal with fathers and daughters, is he coming out here this year?
Oh, no, I don't believe he is. Yeah, I don't think he is. He's working on his own event for Father's Day. So,
okay.
Yeah. And thank you for introducing me to him via Barbara. Yeah, he's just an instrumental person in like cheering us on for Father's Day and what
Absolutely.
we do for Father. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, I hope your phone is ringing. Give that phone number out again. If you know, a lot of people are not web computer literate, so if they don't know how to go to the website, tell them by any means necessary. Tell them how they can get those tickets if they can't go to the website.
It's 310-507-1999. 310-507-1999.
Denise, if you would like to have the bookstore here as a ticket pickup spot, you feel welcome to do so. If you get some tickets over here, they could pick them up here.
Oh, bless your heart. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Rosie.
Absolutely. Not everybody's computer literate, so they can come right here at Class of One Books at 1425 West Manchester Avenue, Suite B, and they should be able to pick up a ticket that's just west of Normandy, in the shopping strip next door to Burger King. Y'all know where all these places that the kid you eat. I'm next to Burger King, McDonald's, Louisiana Chicken, everything that'll take you out. I'm sitting right next to it. So y'all find it. Come on over here. Okay, back to you, Denise.
Yes, ordinarily, prior to Honor Thy Father, people would just maybe take their dad out to dinner or lunch and maybe buy him a tie. And that would be the extent of it. And oftentimes they're not sharing with their dad or their mentor what they really, really feel inside. And so that's the beauty of Honor Thy Father, especially with the words from the heart, when the family and friends actually speak what they feel about the honoree, because oftentimes we just hold that in. You know, it could be the case where, like, for example, one year this woman honored her dad, and she, her words from the heart was, "Hi, Daddy, I know this is a surprise, but I just want to say, remember how I kept falling off my bike when I was little and you kept picking me up? Remember that, Daddy? Well, even now, you're there, Father, and I just want to let you know you are the best dad. You are the best father in the world." And she's saying that into the camera, and we're showing that at the awards dinner. And so that's just a snippet of some of the thoughts that we have about our Father, but we don't take the opportunity to express that. And so that's one of the beauties of Honor Thy Father in the words from the heart. It's just showing gratitude. And gratitude is so healing. It's so very healing to have gratitude in our lives. And so, and also it reinforces the importance of the paternal role of our fathers when we express gratitude. And it just brings them joy. And there was one other story I'd like to share if I have a moment.
Go ahead.
One woman, she called me the next morning, and she said, "Miss Estelle, you're not going to believe what he did when he got home. When he got home from Honor Thy Father, he washed the dishes, he emptied the trash, and he mopped the floor." He was so excited about being honored as a father. He was like showing out. He came home and like showed out. And his wife called me and she said, "Miss Estelle, he's never did that. Never did that." So I just wanted to share that with you.
That's amazing what people would do when they know that they are appreciated. I'm going to repeat that. It is amazing what people would do in the family and for the family when they know that they are appreciated. That is so important. That is so important. And you guys, it's not too late. You have a mentor, you have a father, you have a godfather. There's still someone that you would like to honor on that day. It's not too late. Make sure you call Denise and make it happen. I mean, make somebody feel good. Make somebody know that what they mean to you. You know, don't wait until they are, stretched out there with the 6 pallbearers for you to say how much they mean to you. It can be a friend, a male, any male that have impacted your life. And guess what? It could be your son. Yes. Yep. It could be your son that you saying, I'm so proud of you, son. You are a good dad, or you've been a good son. Yes. So, folks, pull that money together. You pull out that credit card for everything else. You mean, I ain't got no money. Use that card. This is a good time to use it and for a good purpose, because look what you will have done to impact someone's life. Yes. Okay, back to you, Denise. The technician will tell me if we have a call. But this show is going to re-air, you guys, at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For everybody who didn't get a chance to hear this, you guys tell them to go to innerlightradio.com at 6 p.m. and they can hear this show all over again, because it is absolutely awesome. Denise, I want him to take that clip when you just shared the story as to what motivated you to do this. It needs to be played on every airway out there. Absolutely incredible. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Another thing is we want to get our youth, our young men, our young girls there. So we want to have a youth table. So we're also asking if you can support honoring our youth, because they need to be a part of this celebration. They need to see what real men look like, how real men act, rather than seeing the saggy pants and the negative words that are often in rap music. We really need to change the vibration for our youth. And so when they're in that environment, that love energy, that God presence, it really gives them an opportunity to have a vision for a greater tomorrow, for our children and our children's children. So please, if you can support our youth in getting them there, that would be absolutely awesome. Thank you.
Estelle, I think that's really important, because these young girls will get a chance to see that there are good black men out there, because the media tell you that they aren't out there. You hear it all the time. Ain't no good black men. It would be incredible for young black women to see this. So, folks, if you don't have time to go, don't want to go, see that somebody else go. Denise, give that website out again and telephone number.
Yes, it's honorthyfatherawards.com, and that's HONORTHYFATHER awards AWARDS.com. And the phone number is 310-507-1999. 310-507-1999. Thank you.
And I will do that announcement for you next week on my show also, okay?
Okay, thank you, Dr.
So you
Rosie.
get me information. This is absolutely incredible. Let's see if we have another caller. We have another caller. Go ahead, give us your name and where you're calling from. Keith, what you have to say? You might have quiet over there.
I was letting the host, she said it, pretty much said it all. And I think that as far as black men, we're sorely undervalued as far as being fathers and stepfathers in this country. We get so much disrespect by the broader society. And they always tell black men, you're not worth anything, you're not good fathers, you abandon your families and stuff like that, until to the CDC report actually came out and found out, guess who the best fathers in the United States are? Black fathers. But you never hear that. They never hear that. They're more involved. They take better care. They share in feeding and cleaning and watching and stuff like that, like they're trained to. But the thing is, black men never get credit for it, because if you look at the press, you look at the newspapers, they're the worst fathers on the planet.
Right, and that's been the narrative from way back in the day.
Mm-hmm. That's why we have to shine the light. We can't wait for someone else to shine the light on our black men, because we can see, Denise, what it does for them when you honor them. If more black men were honored and respected and told that they're good, your value is not based on your bank account. Your value is not based on the car you drive. If we can instill that in our black men, you would see them act differently, talk different, and they would feel different. They really would. So we need to be a committed one in each one of us. Every time we see a black man doing anything, if you just see one just in the speaks, when you see black men speak, they're not going to grab your purse. You can speak. Some women won't even speak to. I ain't going to speak to him. No. Yeah. Speak to black men when you see them. How you doing, sir? Address them like that. I don't care what they look like. I don't care if they're homeless. How you doing, sir? They are sir. You'd be surprised. Just words like that mean so much to our men. So we got to do better, you guys. We got to do it. We can change the narrative. Nobody else is trying to change it, but we must change it.
Absolutely.
And our women must change the narrative, because the men can say anything, but they won't believe it unless our women say it. If our women don't say it, don't honor us, then guess what? Nobody's going to believe it.
Wow. Repeat that, Keith. Now that's
if our women don't honor us, okay, then nobody's going to believe it.
Wow. Did you guys hear that? That's coming from a man.
That was deep.
Yes, it is deep. Wow. Do we have another caller? Go ahead. Give us your name.
This is Tony DC again, and I just have to say something, because you've said two things. We have to wake up from the hypnosis that we've been under. I went in suffered from depression, and watching Denise do her program helped me stay afloat, helped me want to be here, because it's so easy to get caught in that deep darkness. And I was just sitting there, and I had to get out. And in getting out, I found something that I studied, got my certificates in, and it helped me get over the things, all the negative things that I had experienced in my life. And once I got rid of those experiences and was able to replace them with a positive outlook, I was able to create a business. And I'm helping people stop fighting for what they're accustomed to, but to change the narrative where you're in control of who you are. One day I was writing down what I wanted to be, and I put a date on it. I put a time, and I said it. I believed it, and within moments, all of it just started to manifest.
So it had brought you out of that dark spot. For those who are out there in the dark spot, in that black hole right now, affirmations are just absolutely incredible. You got to see it. Write this down. You got to see it before you see it. If you want to move forward in life, whatever your goals are, you got to see it before you see it. Okay?
That's it.
And that's what we have to do.
Yeah, because of Denise, I came up with structures of life, and I'm helping people let go of the imaginary world that we create and wake up into the reality of who we really are, where our power is, and how to use it. And linguistically, just listening to the words that we use describe our tomorrow. We think we're describing something that's real, but in actuality, we're really bringing it more of that negativity into our lives just by talking about it.
And
so
that's why we're gonna talk about these men and their goodness, their preciousness,
and their goodness.
And, yes, and if you talk about it, if it fall off of all of our lips, they're gonna fall back in their chest. So you talking about me? Okay, I'm talking about you. Okay, and you say it to them till they can feel it. Say it to your sons that they're great. I don't care what they're doing. I don't like what you're doing, but I see greatness in you.
Mm-hmm.
You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
You need to say that to every man you see. I see greatness in you. I don't like what you're doing over here, but I see greatness in you. If you keep saying that, you'd be surprised at the difference it's going to make in your husband's life, your cousin, any male. And like Keith said, if a woman keeps saying, you guys, if the women keep saying to our men, I see greatness in you. I don't care if he's laying on that floor, been drinking for 2 days. When he wake up, you need to tell him, I see greatness in you. Okay?
I love that.
I
That's
see
beautiful.
greatness in you. I don't care what you're doing. So you were incarcerated, so you're in jail, but I see greatness in you, boy. Y'all understand what I'm saying up here?
That's
you
right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
You're not your experience. Yeah, you're not the experience. It's just something that happened. You can always move forward.
Who you are today, remember this, folks. Who you are today is no reflection of your tomorrow. Y'all write that down. I want you to tell your son. I want you to tell your husband, tell your uncle. I want you to tell every black man that you see that who you are today is no reflection of your tomorrow. It's no reflection of your tomorrow. I think you got enough nuggets around here today from Denise and other people to go out here and save Los Angeles. We just had a revival up in here. Did y'all feel that?
I felt it. I felt it.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Rosie. Thank you.
Yes. And
Denise,
thank you, Tony.
Yeah. Denise, you go ahead and close us out. Let us know how they can get those tickets, where it is, what it costs, your phone number.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so my phone number again is 310-507-1999, and the website is honorthyfatherawards.com. And we have to show gratitude towards each other. We have to show love towards each other. And so I look at gratitude as a healing component. And so Honor Thy Father is about healing, healing our black men, healing our black women, healing our families. And Honor Thy Father is more than just black men. It's healing, like I said, black women. And we've also honored Asian, we've honored Latinos, and we have honored one white person in the past. So it's honoring fathers. Fathers is what resonates with my heart. But above all, we are celebrating black fathers, black family. And I just thank you for this opportunity to speak. God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you. And Keith, I want you to read what's on the board, but I want to say to all the women out there, when we heal, when we embrace, when we uplift our black men, we are the reciprocal of what we have helped to build. That's powerful. Did y'all hear what I said? That just came up from nowhere. Yeah. We are the recipient of the upliftment of our black men. We are, our daughters are, our mothers don't have to shed as many tears because we uplift black men. So we have a personal reason to do that. Keith, read what's on the board, and we're out of here. And Denise, I stand behind you 100%.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Rosie. Okay. And thank you, Keith. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate you. Okay. I appreciate you.
And thank you, Keith Swanson. Thank you so much as well.
Appreciate you.
What's on the board, Keith?
Okay, it says This is from Minister Roxanne. It says, "Thank you, Denise, for creating such an amazing event to honor our men. And speaking of men, it was the AI version of Keith that made the statement about our young people joining the military so to buy a home. African American people should not be given their lives and energy to assist a nonsensical system that does not honor them." Okay. Let me get it. Okay. Can I get real for a second, Dr. Rosie?
Yeah. I'm going to let you go ahead because you know me and you don't agree on that, but go ahead. I don't have to agree with everything.
Okay. And I just talked to a banker, right? Because I know a banker. He's in D.C., right? And the average house costs $429,000, right? The average wage is $40,000, okay? For a young person that's going to make below the average wage, it's going to take him about 10 years to qualify to buy a house, okay? 10 years to save up the 20% down that you're going to need to buy a house, and it's going to inflate from then on at 10%, at a 10% rate, right? Okay? The quickest way to buy a house, if you to use the military as a tool, is do your 3 years, okay? Do your 3 years, let them sit you in a house, and then get out, and you have your house, and you save 7 years, and you save $100,000, okay? It's a tool. You don't have to do it.
Right.
But
it's just offering an option. I see what you're saying.
It's an option. But what I'm saying is, if you're 18, 19, 20, if you're below the age of 25 years old and you don't have a master's degree, because I know a bunch of people have gone to 4 years of college, have master's degrees, and with college debt and cannot sit in a house, right? It's going to take them to the age of 35 to buy a freaking house, okay? Right. If you want a house as a young person, the quickest way and easiest way to get a house, the most painless way to get a house, okay, is to join the military. Have them, the GI Bill will put you in a house within 3 years, okay? They will no down payment, all the upfront costs, all the other crap that you have to put up with to get a house in this day and age will be done by them, okay? Let Uncle Sam do it. Now, if you don't want to join the military, you want to do it the hard way, by all means, you know.
Well, you know, the other thing we can do, I'm getting ready to get some more hate mail. Mm-hmm. Okay, everybody in the family can decide that they're going to wear their own hair for a year, put that money in the pool, and you'll have enough to make a big down payment or maybe buy a couple of houses. There's a whole lot of things that we can do. Mm-hmm. And Keith, what you're saying, I understand that, but I want to say when you're there, if you're going to join the service, don't just be there. Get a trade.
Get a trade.
Because if you come out there and you can't get a job, I don't care what kind of benefits you have, you're going to have a job to get a house. They're not going to give you a house. So I'm glad you brought that up, Keith. Because, somebody's going to think I can run up in there, smoke, and do whatever and come back and I'm going to get a house. Get a trade. So when you mentioned about the house, it's also a great opportunity to get a trade.
Get a trade. Okay. If I were advising a young man that's 20 years old and he would need to get a start, he wanted to get into a house, okay, join the military, learn IT. When you come out, you have a security clearance. Okay, you can come out with security clearance. You're going to be making $150,000 a year and have a house, okay?
Okay. You guys heard it. Okay. Denise, thank you. We're going to honor our fathers. We're going to honor our men. We're going to have them walking so tall and folks say, what's wrong with them black people? They act like they own the world. Hell, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. All right, you guys, go on your way. Have a great day. And make sure you get that ticket to go to Honor Thy Father Award. Thank you, Denise, so much for coming up out of your sick bed to talk to us, okay?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Rosie.
Okay.